Okay, let's unpack this. Welcome to AI Brief, episode 175. Our mission with this deep dive, as always, is to give you that shortcut to being truly well-informed on AI. We cut through the noise, delivering those key insights you really need.
And today, there's this fascinating tension, isn't there? We're seeing these incredible technical leaps, like, MiniMax's huge context window.
Absolutely. But then on the flip side, the business world is, well, grappling with how to actually make AI pay off. McKinsey's pointing that out.
And even the giants, OpenAI and Microsoft, seem to be really battling for control now. It's evolving so fast, innovation on one side, fierce competition on the other.
Exactly. So today we're covering some huge stories. First up, that boiling point in the OpenAI-Microsoft relationship.
Then MiniMax, their open reasoner with that massive 1 million token context.
We'll also unpack McKinsey's take on the AI investment paradox, plus all the other key AI news and, of course, some top tools to help your productivity.
All right, let's get into it.
Let's jump right into our first major update. And yeah, it's a big one. Could really reshape the whole AI landscape. The Wall Street Journal described the OpenAI-Microsoft partnership as hitting a, quote, boiling point.
Which is pretty dramatic language for what's been such a foundational alliance for the AI boom.
It really is. And the tension seems so high that OpenAI is reportedly considering what they call the nuclear option, filing antitrust complaints against Microsoft.
What's fascinating here is just how significant this partnership has been. The idea of OpenAI using a legal nuclear option against its largest investor, well, that would be absolutely shocking.
It really would. It feels like more than just corporate drama.
Oh, definitely.
Yes.
It's like a proxy battle for controlling the future of these foundational AI models, isn't it?
At the heart of it all are these disputes over compute power, who owns the IP, the tech, and even well, the structure of OpenAI itself.
Right. And there are specifics like that disagreement over OpenAI's, was it $3 billion acquisition of Windsurf?
Yeah, Windsurf. Apparently, OpenAI wants to withhold the IP because Microsoft's GitHub Copilot is a direct competitor.
And Microsoft was reportedly a key holdout in OpenAI's restructuring into a public benefit corporation. That led to them renegotiating their whole partnership just last month.
This all seems to point towards OpenAI wanting more control over its own destiny, especially before AGI might arrive.
Exactly. It feels like what started as deep collaboration is, well, rapidly turning into direct competition. And OpenAI is making moves.
Like that partnership with Google on cloud compute just last week, that felt like a big signal.
A huge signal. They're actively trying to reduce dependency on Microsoft. If OpenAI truly diversifies, it could really shake things up, maybe decentralize power a bit.
It really could foster more competition downstream. Makes you wonder if all major tech partnerships will face this kind of tension now.
It seems almost inevitable as AI becomes so central.
Okay, so speaking of big moves, let's switch gears to the technical side. We're seeing some incredible leaps there, too.
Like MiniMax, a Chinese AI startup, right? They've just released M1.
An open source reasoning model, and the headline feature is just, wow, a massive 1 million token context window.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, it shows Chinese labs are really pushing hard on open source innovation, especially with context capabilities. MiniMax is claiming it's the world's largest context window.
1 million tokens. I mean, just think about that. Most top models are in the tens, maybe hundreds of thousands. This is like feeding an AI an entire book or a huge code base all at once.
And it can process it all simultaneously. Plus, they mention an 80,000 token thinking budget for the output, which is also pretty substantial.
Imagine giving an AI every single document, email, meeting note for a huge project, and
Yeah.
it just gets it, all of it, without losing the thread. That's the potential here.
And performance-wise, they're saying M1 is competitive with the leading open models.
Competitive, but here's the kicker. At a fraction of the training cost. Apparently, it really shines in software engineering, agentic tool use, and those long context benchmarks.
And that phrase, agentic tool use, that's key. It means the model isn't just, spitting out text. It's designed to figure out when and how to use other tools.
Like a calculator or a search engine or even software APIs.
Exactly. To complete complex, multi-step tasks. It's like an intelligent agent managing its own workflow. That's a big step beyond simple generation.
And the efficiency behind this? They have a new algorithm.
CISPO?
CSPO, yeah.
A new reinforcement learning algorithm. Think of it as a smarter way for the AI to learn from trial and error. It apparently trains twice as fast.
Twice as fast. So it dramatically cuts down training time and cost.
Apparently so. MiniMax claims a full training run cost only $535,000 and took just 3 weeks.
Wow. $535K for a model with a million token context. That's disruptive.
Genuinely disruptive. It really challenges that assumption that scaling intelligence has to cost hundreds of millions. It suggests clever architecture can significantly undercut rivals.
Making advanced AI potentially more accessible, maybe leveling the playing field a bit.
It could, yeah. Very interesting development.
Okay, so we have these incredible new models, but then there's the question of actually using them effectively in business, which brings us to McKinsey.
Right. Their latest report highlighting this sort of AI investment paradox.
They're asking why so many companies just aren't seeing big returns on their AI investments yet.
They call it the genAI paradox. Something like nearly 80% of companies are using generative AI.
80%. That's huge adoption.
But a similar number, almost 80%, report basically no material impact on their earnings. Widespread use, but elusive financial benefits for many.
So what's McKinsey's diagnosis? Why the disconnect?
Their take is that companies are mostly using these general-purpose AI tools, like, co-pilots and assistants.
Tools that definitely help with productivity, maybe make things a bit more efficient.
Exactly. But those kinds of improvements are often hard to measure directly on the bottom line.
Right.
They don't always translate into clear financial results.
So what does this all mean for you if you're listening, trying to leverage AI in your own work or business?
Well, the takeaway seems to be that just plugging AI tools into your existing workflows, like adding a co-pilot here or there,
Right.
probably isn't enough for real transformation.
It's not just about adding tech.
No. McKinsey argues that real success requires enterprises to actually rebuild processes around AI agents. It's about fundamentally redesigning how work gets done.
That sounds like a massive undertaking, a complete rewiring for most places.
It is, and McKinsey frames it as a leadership challenge. They're calling for an end to these broad, maybe unfocused experimentation phases.
And instead,
Drive more strategic top-down transformations. Few companies might be willing to totally redesign operations right now, but
those that do embrace these agent-based systems might just leapfrog competitors who are spending millions on co-pilots without making those deeper organizational changes.
that seems to be the implication. It's a much deeper strategic bet.
A powerful insight. It's not just use AI, it's rethink your entire operation around AI. Much tougher. Okay, moving on to some other key updates happening right now. The video model world is seeing a big shakeup.
Oh, yeah. Google's VO3 was seen as the champ, right?
It was, yeah, the undisputed champion of large video models. But it's just been surpassed on a major benchmark.
By who?
By ByteDance's Cadence 1.0. And MiniMax just revealed their new model, Hailu O2, used to be called Kangaroo, also beats Veo in image to video.
Wow. So Chinese AI companies are really competitive here, even leading in some aspects of video generation.
Absolutely demonstrates their strength. And speaking of ByteDance, TikTok is rolling out new AI video tools specifically for marketers.
Interesting. What can they do?
Advertisers can generate short, like 5-second video clips from just text or image prompts, and then stitch them together to showcase, say, a whole product catalog.
So you could upload a picture of a car.
And get a video of it driving through a desert, yeah. Or use AI avatars to talk about products, or even model clothing.
For smaller businesses, that could be huge, reducing the time and cost of making ad campaigns.
Exactly. Let's leaner teams compete by generating lots of diverse content quickly.
And Adobe's also getting involved in this changing landscape, particularly with AI search.
Yeah, they noted a frankly staggering 3,500% spike in traffic from generative AI to retail sites over the past year.
3,500%. That's a massive shift in discovery.
It really is. So Adobe's launched this new LLM optimizer. It's designed to help companies track how their content performs across different AI platforms.
And boost discoverability within those AI experiences.
Basically, yeah. Think of it like SEO, but for LLMs. Helping your stuff rank, well, not just on Google, but inside AI search results, too.
Makes sense. Adapting to where the eyeballs are going.
Okay, we've hit the major headlines, but as always, there's a lot more bubbling up. Let's slow the rhythm a bit and get you caught up on some other crucial updates.
All right. Moonshot AI launched KimiDev 72B. That's an open-source coding model achieving state-of-the-art results, apparently surpassing rivals, a sign of more specialized open-source models coming.
And OpenAI, shifting back to them for a second, has added support for Anthropic's Open Model Context Protocol, or NCP, right inside ChatGPT.
That's significant for interoperability. MCP creates a sort of common language for AI models to talk to external tools.
So your ChatGPT could, what, securely pull data from Salesforce, draft emails in Gmail, update tasks in HubSpot?
Potentially, yeah.
Hmm.
Without complex setups or manual copy pasting, it turns the AI into more of a central hub for your workflows.
Interesting. Reddit also debuted Reddit Insights and Conversations Summary add-ons. That sounds useful for brands.
Real-time analytics and auto-curated social listening. A direct line to consumer sentiment on Reddit, which can be incredibly valuable.
And a potential shift in the data labeling world. Google is reportedly planning to end its relationship with Scale AI.
And Microsoft, xAI, and OpenAI are also apparently looking to shift away from Scale AI as well.
Seems like it. It suggests the big players might be bringing labeling in-house or maybe just diversifying their providers.
Also, Geoffrey Hinton, the godfather of AI, commented recently
What did he say?
that mundane intellectual labor is most at risk from AI displacement in the near term, while jobs involving physical manipulation are safer for now. A nuanced take on workforce impact.
Makes sense. And Google DeepMind partnered with a creative studio, Primordial Soup.
Yeah, on a short film called Ancestra, premiering at Tribeca, apparently.
Mm.
It uses Google's VO alongside live action footage, shows AI video moving into professional creative work.
And check this out for efficiency, a data dash story. Researchers from Harvard, MIT, and others reportedly saved the equivalent of 12 years of work
12 years, how?
by using OpenAI's GPT 4.1 and o3 Mini-High to automate a systematic review of medical research. Just a huge accelerator for science.
Incredible. And on the monetization front, the price of progress, perhaps. Meta is bringing ads to WhatsApp's Updates tab.
That tab gets, what, 1.5 billion daily visitors?
Around that, yeah.
Right.
They're aiming to recoup some of that massive $14.3 billion investment they recently made in Scale AI. Shows the pressure to monetize, especially with big AI spends.
And one more related update. 11 Labs, the voice AI company, now also supports the Model Context Protocol, MCP.
So you could build voice agents using 11 Labs voices that connect directly to Salesforce, HubSpot, Gmail, etc., without complex setups, expanding that interoperable agent ecosystem.
Okay, that's a lot of significant updates across the board. Let's wrap up by looking at some trending AI tools you might find useful today.
Sounds good. First, the DeepGram Voice Agent API. Good for building production-ready voice agents. Offers a unified speech-to-speech API. Streamlines creating conversational AI.
Then there's Hunyuan 3D 2.1. That's a new open source model for creating 3D assets. Could be huge for game devs, designers, anyone in virtual environments. Makes 3D creation more accessible.
Also, ChatGPT projects have new capabilities now for deeper research and enhanced voice mode, making ChatGPT even more versatile.
And LIM 2.1, that's a state-of-the-art AI video model lineup. Better speed, better quality. If you need high-quality AI video, definitely one to keep an eye on.
Check out Wonderish if you want to build pages, apps, experiences with no code.
And Speechly sounds neat, lets you speak an idea, and it instantly generates a professional email, like having an AI assistant listen and draft for you.
For voiceovers, there's Untitled Pen, creates human-like voiceovers for content. And Solar helps you build your own AI agents, workflow automations, even full-stack apps. Empowers more people to create AI systems.
Finally, IdeaApe. This one's designed to do market research for you using Reddit data. Quick access to consumer insights without all the manual digging.
Some really useful tools popping up all the time.
Absolutely. So we've covered a massive range today, from that huge OpenAI-Microsoft tension to groundbreaking models like MiniMax's, the challenges McKinsey highlighted, and a whole bunch of practical tools. The AI landscape is just incredibly dynamic right now.
It really is. And maybe this raises an important question for all of us listening. As AI gets more efficient, more integrated, where do you see the next big leap happening in your own field? How might these different advancements connect and unlock new opportunities for you?
That's a powerful thought to leave everyone with. If you want that shortcut to staying informed on AI, definitely follow AI Brief wherever you get your podcasts. And please do share this deep dive with anyone else who wants to stay ahead in this fast-moving world. Thanks for tuning in.